Hey Troop, Happy New Year. Got hopefully what's going to be a short video here for you. Just got some updates that I want to pass along as well as some announcements. So for those of you that were not able to attend the Court of Honor on Sunday, December 20th, we have a lot of awards that are left over. We do plan to pass those out on the 4th of January, which is our next meeting at the Moose Lodge. This meeting on the 4th will discuss upcoming campout on the 15th, 16th, 17th of January. We're going to talk about the menu, and we're also going to start talking about troop and patrol elections. Just like before, if you want to run for a troop level position, you must be first class or higher. Regarding those elections, Michelle and I have kind of copy and pasted a really cool document from our national website that lists the responsibilities of every single position in the troop that we're going to have available at this election. If you are interested in a position, you should be very well aware of what those responsibilities are prior to Monday's meeting. So I'm going to post that on the Facebook page, and I will send that out via email as well. So if you have questions, please let me know. Send me an email. Whatever we can do to get that out to you. I can have a conversation with you before the meeting. If we need to talk on the phone, we'll figure it out. But if you have questions, let me know. On more of kind of the announcement side of things, as of the December Court of Honor, there have been some leadership changes in the troop from the adult side of things. With Mr. Zapp being called in more and more different directions, Michelle Malcolm has agreed to take on the role of our troop committee chair. Michelle has graciously agreed to this position. She brings a lot of experience from the scouting world into our troop. She's been in the pack level. She's currently serving as the district commissioner at the district level. So we're very blessed to have her knowledge and experience joining us. Also, Mr. Bill has passed his Scoutmaster patch on to me. I know that means I have some very big shoes to fill, but I am very excited to kind of take on that position and see what our next steps as a troop are and how we can continue to get better and better. On top of that, I'm also very excited to announce that Mr. Bill has agreed to not only take on the role as chartered organization representative of the troop, but he has also agreed to continue to be a mentor to not only me, but continue his role as an Eagle Scout advisor for our scouts and help them through that Eagle Scout process as they move from life to Eagle. Bill has served our troop faithfully for many, many years, and his willingness to stay on and help us with that is very much appreciated. From a personal standpoint, as I take on this new role of Scoutmaster, I have some goals. Of course, one of those goals is to provide, or I should say to continue to provide as many opportunities for each scout to learn and experience scouting activities and grow in scouting. And that's really not anything different than what Mr. Bill has been doing, but I think we're going to try to find some new things as well. I really want to focus on scouts learning some personal accountability, both during the meeting as well as their own individual advancement. Just something that we can really focus on, kind of creating that mindset of how can I help somebody do what they need to be doing right now? How can I help a younger scout? How can I help a patrol? Even if they're not the SPL or the SPL, but how can I be a leader in my troop and help somebody that needs help at the moment? A couple of other small changes. I'm going to make a small change to how the Scoutmaster Conference and Board of Review process happens. It's going to be more of an interview-based process versus just a kind of a 3 questions. And really, it's not a test. It's just, I'm going to test the scout's ability to be prepared. So when a scout has completed all of their advancement requirements for a specific rank, they'll come to me and request that we schedule a board of review, that we'll request a Scoutmaster conference. We'll set that up most likely for the following week because I'm going to provide them a document that they need to fill out and bring to their Scoutmaster conference. So if anybody is interested in a Scoutmaster conference on January 4th, please let me know and I'll get you this document ahead of time for you to fill out so we can do that during the meeting on the 4th. At the conclusion of our Scoutmaster conference, the scout and I will then approach Michelle, again, as the new committee chair. She will be chairing all of the board of reviews, and she will sit and her and the scout will schedule a time for that board of review for it to happen. So again, just some minor changes, but really what we think this will do is really teach preparation, but also allow these scouts to learn some interview skills. because they're going to need them for their entire lives. So this is a good chance for them to kind of get that process learning how to interview now. On a second note here, let's talk about advancement just in general. We've received a lot of questions about how advancement works, and I want to point out that in scouting, advancement is not linear like it is in Cub Scouting. You don't just work on one rank a year. You don't just work on being a tenderfoot. You don't just work on being, let's say, star. You can work on merit badges at any time. You can work on first class requirements even if you're just a scout. You should always take the opportunity to work on whatever advancement's available at any time. So with that in mind, I have two kind of requests. The first is kind of more of a demand, but what I want to see is that these scouts are working on scouting at home, which they should be doing. They should be working on scouting any chance that they get. But when they work on something at home, that when they want it signed off, they bring it to a leader. They bring a pictures of them doing something. They bring a video. They bring documentation showing how they completed it, and they can prove that they have learned this skill and earned this requirement, and that they present that to one of the adult leaders during a meeting. And then the other request that I have is that I believe it's very important for each individual scout to have their own access into Scout Book. And that's something that can happen, but it has to be granted by, or that permission has to be granted by a parent. Michelle has sent that information out a couple of times, but if you need it again, we'll be happy to get it to you. Just let us know. Come to a meeting. I'll always have a laptop there. We can get you signed in and we can get that set up for the scout. Not a problem. Big thing too is if there's questions. I can't answer a question that I don't know that you have. So please let us know if there's questions. We have a Facebook page. We all have email. I'm always available at the meetings. Most of you should have my phone number at this point as well to send me a text message or leave me a voicemail. I may not always be able to answer the phone in the moment, but I will get back to you as quick as I possibly can and see that your questions are answered. So, moving forward into 2021, I'm very excited about this year. Hoping that the scouts are as well, and we're going to try some new things, and we're going to learn a lot of new skills. We're going to do some new things this year, but looking forward to a great scout year. So I appreciate your support, and let us know if there's any way we can help.